Welcome back. So this is a problem solution video, and the question that's been requested is from the 2019 Insight Exam 2, and it is question 14, which is a multiple choice question. The question states the graph of the function fx equals kex intersects with the graph of gx equals 3 minus e to the negative x twice if. Okay, so a couple of things that we want to highlight here. First thing, this twice. This means that if it's going to intersect, we're going to say fx equals gx, and I'm going to suspect that if it's saying twice, we're going to end up with a quadratic expression. And if it's going to be twice with a quadratic expression, we're going to say that our discriminant is going to be greater than 0. So we're going to start working on this now, and I'm going to say kex equals 3 minus, I'm going to take this e to the negative x, and I'm going to write that as 1 on ex. Now remember, you could solve this using your calculator. You could put a solution in for this, just so you can get a quadratic expression, but I'm going to do it by hand. Okay, so I'm going to say this is kex equals 3ex over ex. Just notice I haven't done anything to this 3. I've just multiplied it by ex on ex. Okay, minus 1 on ex. This gives me kex 3ex minus 1 on ex. Then I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to have kex all squared equal 3ex minus 1. And then I can get my quadratic form. Okay, so kex all squared minus 3ex plus 1. So essentially this is a quadratic expression, and what I'm saying with the quadratic expression is that my variable is ex. So for our case, we could write this as 0 equals ka squared minus 3a plus 1, where a equals e to the x. So I'm now going to focus on my discriminant, and I'm going to say that my discriminant has to be greater or equal to 0. So my discriminant is given as 9, that's minus 3 squared, minus 4 times k times positive 1, which just equals that. And I'm saying that that has to be greater, okay, that has to be greater than 0. So I'm going to bring the 9 across here. Sorry. So that becomes a negative 9. And then when I shift, so just remember, when you move a negative value, okay, divide or multiply across the inequality sign, the inequality sign is going to switch. So I'm going to say that that is k negative 9 on negative 4, and I've switched the inequality sign, and k is less than 9 on 4. Now I'm going to have a look at my options, and I can see in my options this is not working, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working, but this condition can work with that. We're going to explore why k is greater than 0, but I can definitely tell from everything else that that matches up with this. So I'm going to assume E is going to be my answer. I'm just going to explore the explanatory notes that they've given in the question. So if they look at the notes here, so if we look at it, equate the functions, they've done exactly what I've done here. Then they've said, okay, the discriminant is 9 minus 4k. They've got k minus k being less than 9 on 4. Okay, looks very good. So solving the equation, so they're saying let y equal this, okay? So what happens there, and what they're actually saying with this equation is y equals e to the x. Okay, so that actually gives you this value, okay? And therefore, if k is a -0, then that needs to be greater than 0, and then k has to be greater than 0 but less than 9 on 4. So there's a lot of work in there. I don't know for a multiple choice question whether you would be doing all of that work. I would simply be noting that with my answer, I'm just picking up on that value, and then I'm finding it within the options that I'm able to, that are offered to me. Okay, I hope this helps. All the best.